Here's something I've been thinking about lately. We talk about wisdom like it's this mystical thing that just happens to you when you get older. Like when you wake up on your 65th birthday and suddenly you're wise. But that's not how it works at all. Wisdom isn't about age, it's about paying attention, it's about making mistakes, reflecting on them, and actually learning something instead of just moving on to the next thing. I've met 30-year-olds with real wisdom and 70-year-olds who haven't learned a thing. So what's the difference? Wisdom comes from pattern recognition across time. You live through enough situations, relationships, health challenges, losses, and transitions, and you start seeing patterns. You notice what actually matters versus what just feels urgent in the moment. You'll understand that most problems you're facing, someone else has faced something similar. The details change, but human challenges stay remarkably consistent. Here's an example. When my kids were young, I thought every parenting decision was life or death important. Which school? Which activities? Every choice felt massive. Now, I see that most of these decisions mattered way less than I thought. What mattered was showing up, being present, listening when they talked, and I truly wish I had done that back then. The wisdom around this for me comes from recognizing the mistakes I made. That's wisdom, not from reading books, but from living it and reflecting on what actually makes a difference. So how do you share wisdom without being preachy or insufferable? Here's what I've learned. You don't lead with answers. You lead with questions and curiosity. Instead of, here's what you should do, try, what are you thinking about this situation? Big difference. Share your mistakes, not your triumphs. Nobody needs to hear how you got everything right. They need to hear what you screwed up and what you learned. Being vulnerable is one of the basics of sharing wisdom. Being vulnerable means you're human. Being preachy doesn't. The best wisdom sharing happens in real conversation. Someone mentions they're struggling with something, you listen, really listen. Then maybe you share a relevant experience or ask the perfect question. Not, let me tell you how I handle this. More like, yeah, what was that like for you? It's offering perspective, not prescribing solutions. And here's the thing. Sometimes the wisest thing you can do is just listen. Not everything needs your input or your story. Sometimes people just need to be heard. Wisdom isn't about having all the answers. It's about being comfortable with uncertainty while still moving forward. It's knowing that most things that feel catastrophic in the moment won't matter in 5 years. It's understanding that relationships are more important than being right. It's recognizing patterns without assuming every situation is identical. You don't need to be old to have wisdom. You need to pay attention to your life, reflect on your experiences, learn from your mistakes. And when it comes to sharing, be humble, be curious, share stories, not sermons. Ask questions. Listen more than you talk. Offer perspective when it's relevant, not because you need to prove you know something. That's how wisdom actually gets passed on, through honest conversations, shared experiences, and genuine connection. Let's figure this out together. What are your thoughts about sharing wisdom? Why don't you let me know in the comments below?